All right, well, welcome to the PreFocus Video Podcast. I'm here with Nathan. I'm going to let him introduce himself here in a little bit, but what we're going to do is talk a little bit more about authenticity. For those of you that do watch my podcast, this is what my passion is making sure that you're showcasing your originality and really being in tune with your audience and making sure that they can kind of feel your emotion, passion, or that value that you provide. So Nathan's been in the video production industry for quite some time, and he's going to join me on some projects, hopefully here in the near future. And I wanted him to talk a little bit about what he does, what he loves to do, what he's done in the past, and really what we're doing moving forward.
Fabulous. Thanks, Jordan. I met Jordan. I saw him on the front feed of LinkedIn, and he had a thing there, and I was like, "Hey, let's talk." And so we met up, and here we are now. I have a video production company. I started my freshman year of high school, 1991, and I fell in. My whole thing was to produce videos for businesses, families, churches that have the same feel as a motion picture, but it was about them. So when you're watching their video, it would be, you would feel the same motivation, the same epicness, as if you want to call it, that you would see when you're watching a movie. And so that's been my passion for the last 26 years now. And whenever I see an opportunity, I take it, because there's always something there that you can do. Whether it's, for me, it can be anything. If I'm scrolling social media, I will message somebody and tell them, I need to do your story, or I need to, we need to animate this logo, or we need to give this thing a different touch. And so my company, I am always trying to change things in video. I break the rules. I don't really follow the herd. A lot of times people ask me, what are you trying to do here? In college, it was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, trust me. So I got nicknamed Spielberg and Hollywood in many cases. And because I would get on the ground, I get up on the roof, I would be doing all kinds of weird angles and stuff. And I kind of created my own video lingo, even on my own YouTube channel and Facebook page. I do my own kind of videos for video production, and we meet, and then we kind of script it out, but then we just do it. We just shoot the video. I tell them when we're starting, and then I tell them to hold off when they're done, and it's kind of candid. But I can, I edit on site with them. I don't mind someone breathing down my neck and telling me this. I don't mind that. I actually like that I get a rush out of that. I'm like, hey, I don't need this room full of monitors everywhere and don't talk to me, I'm focusing. It's like, I need all that help. And so I'm a unique, I'm an abstract, unique individual when it comes around to that. However, so that's me. I'm married. I've got 2 young daughters, and we live in Central Phoenix area, and we're in the thriving new Arizona coming up. So that is me, Nathan Kinkel of Knack Productions.
In a nutshell, right?
In a nutshell. Exactly.
You always want to surround yourself with the most creative people that you can. And, obviously Nathan is very passionate about what he does, and I don't want to say emotional, because that's just a really bad word, but you wear what you're trying to do on your sleeve. You do a really good job of explaining what you want to capture, what the purpose is, and what you're going to do with that, like the presentation or the substance behind it. So I think that's what really drew me to working with him. But I wanted to talk a little bit about, I know we talked earlier today on just where the market's transitioning, or I guess the industry with media. And why do you think, and maybe we were both a little bit leery to jump into this category, but why do you think that actual story, that storytelling, authentic, without that script, can be so powerful for brands, especially, if you're just starting up, like say a person like me, where I can maybe create a little bit of vulnerability and show people my true self instead of trying to script it all. What do you think?
Well, you got a really good point. We are venturing into other waters We're venturing into the waters that look ugly and disgusting.
Yeah.
And everyone is in the nice ocean that is, they're on the nice highway, and I'm taking the narrow road.
Yeah.
Because it's dangerous. I mean, authentic shooting. And when you're snap zooming and you're having titles kind of come in where maybe they're not as clean as they should be. When you're what they call it, dirty shooting, when you're doing that kind of thing, for some people it's considered unprofessional. The tripod look, the talking head, the straight up and down, here to side, is the look that they consider professional. Even when they're, and I consider the talking head, I consider unprofessional as when you can't hear them, or when it's boring. You're watching the talking head for 5 or 10 seconds at a time. I'm like, I'm bored. It's all this. Yeah. See this thing, this phone? This is all its fault right here.
Right.
It's all its fault because everybody's on this, and you're only holding them for 3 or 4 seconds. And at the same time, it's like it's crazy. And so I ventured, by going into this realm, where I'm actually I'm actually sliding the camera, past someone's head while they're speaking in an interview. It's intentional footage. There's no changing it. Or I am, just giving that look that you're talking about. Some people are uncomfortable with it. Others want it, because it's definitely making people look and watch, So I'm sorry I ramble on here. But
no, yeah. I mean, I think you have good points. And I mean, we're not really necessarily trying to say that authenticity or that unscripted videos are the only way that you should be focusing or moving forward. I think they have its place, just like advertising videos. You want to be able to capture somebody's attention, or if you're doing a TV commercial, or maybe you have something on site that is informatory where you're explaining something or a how-to. Those can be boring in general. We all know that. But when you're trying to capture attention, when you're trying to really convey who you are, what you're trying to do, and what differentiates yourself, your attitude or your personality, I think you can only do that unscripted. Show real right. Authentic you. Not jumping in and saying, hey, okay, I need you to do exactly this, and you need to turn exactly this way, and the lighting's off. And no, I mean, I think that's where I'm, and we're working together, but I'm trying to slide in on my own because I don't really have the capabilities to do a huge production. But I know that I can really help somebody showcase their originality by real life moments. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you're right. I mean, it's all candid. I can generate a script for somebody, and I will, but then I tell them, guys, this is a concept, because things happen in production that we need to go off script, and it's happened before. We had a whole green screen shoot ready to go, scripted. Sorry, honey, and we were all scripted out, and we had the models, we had everything ready to go, and I walked outside to see the sunset, and I'm like, guys, get out here. Forget the green screen. We're going out here. Bring me one model, and we're going to shoot it. And it's on my on one of my videos. It was a promotional video for a fashion show coming up, and I told the director or the executive producer, I'm like, we got to use this shot. And we had spent an hour shooting green screen. And it was crazy, but we had to go off script. And the thing, and you know why, again, is because everybody wants vulnerability. Everybody wants the real deal. They are tired of everything being perfect because of social media. Yeah. Social media is not perfect. We're seeing stuff. And yes, I mean, yes, you might be a real estate agent, a mortgage broker, just the quote professional, in your field. Hello, my dear. And the thing is that when you can't say I've got a cat and I have a dog, and you can't get candid about that, it doesn't take your legitimacy away. Like, I've got my daughter. Hey, this is my daughter, and it's just like if I can't do that, then they're saying, how can I work with this guy on set? Yeah, or how can
That's the best thing about small business or running your own creative firm. I think, you want people to be able to envision what you're like. That's what gets you hired, right? I mean, right. You're not too like suit and tie, structured and seem all uptight. You don't want that around a video. You want somebody that's going to say, hey, let's go shoot this, or let's grab this. This is going to look really awesome. And I think that's what people value,
Yeah, you're exactly right. It's the biggest challenge that I have with clients at times is like my bookkeeper. I did my bookkeeper's video last year, and she was so concerned about how the process was going to go. And I said, we just got to do it. We're thinking too much about this. We got to do it. And sure enough, we got it done. She's like, this was so much easier. But, as a bookkeeper, she was very, particular about everything. And I really appreciated that. Mm-hmm. At the same time, we had to get off of the professionalism and just relax. Not, we're not on the couch, but, like, look at my hair. My hair's, look at this. I got bushy hair. And it's like, I should be wearing a suit right now. I'm in a podcast, people have said, get your kids out of the way, but hey, this is my daughter right here. It happens. We all have families, right? Hey, I'm more dramatic about it, and so, but you're exactly right.
Yeah, you don't want to work with the people that are going to pick you apart anyways. You want to work with people that want you, that want to wear that passion.
Well, I kind of, I would go to business networking groups. I was a part of BNI for a long time. It was crazy because everyone's in suit. They're all in their professional dress. They're all in everything. And I come in there with my Star Wars shirt on. Like, guys, come. You know what? We need to lighten up a bit. And it was funny because the groups are so fun. They're laughing. They're having a great time behind all those suits. And then, okay, do we need to do all this stuff? And so, but that's the whole thing is, getting the professional with their family, getting them with their, with a hobby, or even let's poke fun of your profession. Let me poke fun at video. Video needs to be poked fun at. Mm-hmm. 90% of people are watching YouTube videos of cats and dogs, in their office. And so it's like what I like to do is I like to take an authentic approach to someone's business and say, okay, this is what we need to do with this type of thing, or your product. I mean, to a degree, but I'm rambling again, but I agree with you.
Yeah. In a nutshell again, right? I mean, I think you need a little mesh too. You need a little bit of that structure, those little ad videos. If that's, you have a budget, but I think, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to that. We talked earlier, that about page, what you're about, what you stand for, where you came from, what your experience is, how you can really, truly help somebody or provide value. I think at the end of the day, that's what causes people to convert or buy or invest, not necessarily all those cheesy or pricey even videos. But I appreciate Nathan, joining me today. I know we wanted to keep it short because we got plenty to talk about coming forward. So hopefully everybody likes this. I think, we're both entertaining guys that really want to make a difference in the media realm. So I'll post our contact information at the end of the video. If you got any questions, shoot us a line, and hopefully we can capture authentic you.